Hello and welcome to another Bible time. Today we're going to be listening to the story Washed with Tears. You can find this in the adult Bible in Mark chapter 14, Luke chapter 7, or John chapter 12. This is the story of a sinful woman anointed by Jesus. One night, Jesus went to dinner at an important leader's house. The important leader invited his important friends. They were all just sitting down to eat when a woman walked in. She was not invited, but everybody knew who she was. "Who does she think she is?" the guest whispered. "How dare she?" The woman was a big sinner, and everyone knew it. It was easy to see, after all, she had broken the rules and she had done bad things. The woman walked straight up to Jesus. She was carrying very expensive perfume. Now, the thing about perfume back then was that it didn't come in bottles. It came in jars. And the jars were made of precious stone, like alabaster. But here's the catch. The jars didn't have a lid or a stopper or anything. So the only way you could get the perfume out was if you broke the jar. That was it. You had no more. Most people didn't use perfume because it was so precious. They just kept it on a shelf and looked at it. So you see, this perfume was her most precious thing in all the world. It was her treasure. The woman knelt down before Jesus like he was a king. She held Jesus' feet in her hands and she started to cry. Her tears fell on Jesus' feet, washing them. She kissed his feet and dried them with her long dark hair. And then she did something strange. She broke the jar and poured the perfume all over his feet. Everyone gasped. What a waste over someone's feet. Such expensive perfume. It smelled like lilies in a summer field. Jesus looked at the woman and he smiled at her. What she had done was the most wonderful thing. Just as Samuel had anointed David, God's true king, all those years before, so this woman had anointed Jesus, not with oil, but with her tears. The important people were cross. They thought Jesus should be not kind to this woman. "That woman is a sinner," they grumbled. And it's true, they did look good from the outside. After all, they were keeping all the rules. But Jesus could see inside people and inside their hearts. Jesus saw that they did not love God or other people. They were running away from God, and they thought they didn't need a rescuer. They thought they were good enough because they kept the rules. But sin had stopped their hearts from working properly, and their hearts were hard and cold. "This woman knows she's a sinner," Jesus told them. "She knows she'll never be good enough. She knows she needs me to rescue her. That's why she loves me so much. You look down on this woman because you don't look up to God. She is sinful on the outside, but you are sinful on the inside." The important people shook with anger. Jesus turned to the woman and smiled. "Your sins are forgiven," he said. "You trusted me and God rescued you." "Who does Jesus think he is?" the important people whispered. "Only God can forgive sins." They didn't believe Jesus was God's son. The more Jesus loved people and helped them, the more the important people and the leaders hated him. They were afraid people would follow Jesus instead of them. They were jealous and angry enough to kill Jesus. And that's the end of our story. I want us to think about how much Jesus does love us. Here again is another woman who had made mistakes, but she came to Jesus because she knew he loved her. She sacrificed her very most special gift, and he forgave her. He loved her, even though she had sinned. And then what about those important leaders? They obeyed all the rules that God had set forth in the Bible. They did what was right according to the outside, but Jesus told them their hearts weren't right. On the inside, they didn't love people. They weren't serving him. They were just following rules. I hope that today you love Jesus, both on the outside and the inside. There's so many ways that we can share Jesus's love, especially right now. We can share by being kind to our brothers and sisters, being obedient to our mamas and dads, doing what we're told to do when we're told to do it with a happy heart. I hope that you find joy today and that Jesus blesses you and that you bless Jesus in some way. I'll see you again next time.